You ain't messing with the flow, you ain't messing with my vision. Messing with the money, you ain't messing with decisions. Yeah, you messing with the team, then you messing with the squad. Mess with one of us, you be messing with them all. Yeah. Staying up late, making it right, living it up to my name. Focused on doing it better. You just be doing the same, you doing it lame. I'm doing like everything changed. Forget all the money, forget all the fame. I still would've done it if they would've played all of the music I make every day. Like whoa, crazy the way the world goes. Blind when you look at it close. Zoom out when you viewing the picture. Perspective is all
you branch out and you go into something that you're doing on your own as far as entrepreneurship, your own business. I want you to remember something. And for my transition, it was me from like the military to, you know, becoming an employee, then to becoming, you know, a gym, my own business owner, right? And what the hardest thing for me during that time is when I was in the military, everything was super strict, right? My shoelaces had to be left over right. I had my corners of my bed had to be, you know, 45-degree angle, 6-inch white fold at the top of my bed. I had my pillows had to look a certain way, right? It was so detailed, and every day you have such like this strict routine. So going into the military, growing up on a farm, that was a huge major shift for me. Not physically because I had to do it, but mentally because I was continuously asking myself why, right? And they have these rules in place. A lot of people think that these rules are just to make us, you know, look a certain way or whatever. You always have to have a haircut every single Monday when you show up to work. If you don't have a haircut, you get penalized, whatever, right? But the reason behind all of this and the reason why they do this is because it instills habits. It instills daily habits that we needed to be able to accomplish missions, to be able to improvise, adapt, and overcome struggles and obstacles that were placed in our way as we were on deployments, as we were going through life's hardships, right? And those things are done because if you think about a military, if we're back in the old days and we're on the front line, right? It's way more intimidating for us to look that way than when we look across the battlefield and we see everybody that looks like a bag of ass, right? Who do you think, first impression, who do you think is ultimately going to win? So that's the first instinct is, holy shit, these guys got their shit put together, right? They're going to dominate us. Whereas we're looking over at them like, what the hell are they doing, right? They look like they're not even able to do anything. But it's the habits that instilled us to make us continuously do that. The hardest shift was after I got out of the military and I became an employee, because I was so used to such a strict schedule that was created for me, right? And this is the same thing with being an employee moving into entrepreneurship. When you become an employee, you're following schedules that were already pre-made and set for you, so it's a lot easier to grasp and wrap your head around things. Whereas when you become an entrepreneur and you own your own business, these are the things that you think about when, okay, my schedule is this, or how am I supposed to fit this in? It's not necessarily that it's hard, it's that you're asking yourself subconsciously, why am I doing all of this stuff? Because you haven't figured out your schedule for the things that you need to do to accomplish what it is that you want to accomplish within your business, right? So that's one thing I want you guys to think about, is that it's not meant to be easy. It's meant to have you figure things out, so that way you know what you need to do every day to get you forward within your business. But there's one thing that will always remain the same. If you don't change, you can't get different results, right? If I didn't change from being a country boy going into the military, if I didn't change and adapt to that situation, to that living, I would have never became a Marine. I would still be a stick figure and you know, country boy that everybody walked around saying, hey Tex, where's the fucking rodeo, right? But I had to change. I shifted into that. Then when I became an employee and I created $1 million training team, I had to change again, because the things that I was doing in the military were so strict that people in the business world, for instance, told me that I couldn't do some of the things. Like when people were late, I would do push-ups with them in the morning. Everybody would do push-ups. If one person was late, everybody, you know, it was basically like a group. They're like, Joe, you can't do that shit. I was like, why? I'm doing it with them, right? So that shift was hard for me because I didn't understand why. I wanted everybody to show up. I wanted everybody to perform. So I was incorporating these things that I knew from, previously in the military into this new realm space of being an employee. So then I had to, wrap my head around why it was important to do the things that they wanted me to do within, as far as being an employee. There's certain things, because everybody's a little bit different. Not everybody has the mentality there, so there can be a lot of adjustments, right? But consistency always wins, and if you continuously keep doing the same things or reverting back to the same old, of what you used to do because it's comfortable, you'll never get new results. You'll never be able to move ahead. In growth, I want you guys to understand growth in your life. Every one of those steps for me was another level, right? It made me an even better person. It made me a better at business. It made me better at everything that I do, because growth is a direct reflection of what you do and you don't do every single day. And I talk about overthinking a lot, and the reason why I talk about that is because it's what we all do. Anytime anything goes bad or doesn't go in the direction of what we want it to, we instantly lean towards, why is this happening, instead of how can I make this better, or how can I improvise, adapt, and overcome what this is, right? So I'll relate it back to me, right? In the military, if we were driving through, a village, and and we got ambushed and we started getting shot, and then all of a sudden we hit an IED. I have one of my Marine brothers over here laying on the ground. He's trapped underneath the vehicle. I have one that looks like he's unconscious or dead, and we're getting fired upon. I have 10 seconds to make a decision, not even. And that, guys, is in relation to why I created and why I wanted you to do this 30-day push, because it's not meant to be something that's extremely easy and comfortable, because that won't get us anywhere within our business. We all know this, and we all know that we have these things that we try to resort back to. It's the 30 days is meant to push you guys further within your business. It's meant to make you step outside of your comfort zone.
Focused on doing it better. You just be doing the same, you doing it lame. I'm doing like everything changed. Forget all the money, forget all the fame. I still would've done it if they would've played all of the music I make every day. Like whoa, crazy the way the world goes. Blind when you look at it close. Zoom out when you viewing the picture. Perspective is all that we know. I'm all on my zone, I'm all on my own.